When Ryan was born in April of '88, to us he was the perfect little baby. Ryan Christopher Dant, a boy with hope and dreams and future, and he would be the big brother to everyone else. That changed dramatically in one hospital visit. We found that Ryan would not have the dreams that we had thought he would have. Everything that I had hoped for that one day when Ryan was born on April 13th, and everything that Jean had hoped for on that very special day was gone. Mucopolysaccharidosis is a disease that I had never heard of. It sounded like a fake name to parents of this perfect child, the big brother. They told us that Ryan would struggle for a few years, and as days passed and years passed, he would struggle worse. He would maybe be blind or deaf. His hands would curl up. His limbs would tie up. He may become mentally challenged. He may become blind or deaf. And over a course of 10 to 15 years, he would be completely different, and then he would leave us. I asked, well, where does one go to find hope? And he said, basically, nowhere. I asked him specifically, well, who's working on mucopolysaccharidosis? I didn't pronounce it properly. And he said there isn't anyone working on it because realistically there are only a few thousand people in the world with Ryan's disease. And so companies can't step up to make a medication that would help. And so basically what he was telling us was, take your child home and love him each day because there's nothing you can do. When we formed the Ryan Foundation back in 1992, our little catch line was funding science, finding hope. Science isn't a black hole you throw money down and you never hear back from it. You find specific science with specific scientists, and they'll give you very specific answers. The answers aren't that we will absolutely find a cure, because that's not realistic. Cures aren't something you run after and they just happen, but treatments happen with great science and great scientists, but you have to find them.
Most drug companies want to work on diseases that have millions of patients so that they can earn sufficient money and earn a good profit. But many of those disease treatments are only modest improvements on those diseases. In the rare diseases, there may be very few patients, but the treatments are profound, compelling changes in the life of those patients. Once you've treated one patient like that, you want to do that over and over again.
What's going to happen, that enzyme's going to circulate in your blood, in your body, going all over your body, and get to where it's needed to start breaking down the material that's there.
2 months before Ryan's 10th birthday, Dr. Kakis and the Dants administered the first dose of Ryan's enzyme treatment.
You ready? I'll bet $10 that 1 week you're going to feel better. No?
Ryan wouldn't take the bet, but it was a bet Dr. Kakis won. And he wasn't the only winner. Week by week, drip by drip, Ryan's life improved.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Emil Kakis took that basic discovery and what we call translated it into a treatment for the disease. That's a quantum leap to actually go from the bench to the bedside, but he mastered this in a record amount of time. And that's the LA Biomed paradigm.
It is a miracle, the timing, how fast it happened. But it didn't happen by accident or mistake. It happened by an incredible amount of hard work.
Harbor, UCLA, and LA Biomed are places where this kind of work can happen in a way that I think most other places can't. We're not just trying to save lives, we're trying to give children a chance at a life. And I don't think that most research that you can fund will do that.
My main goal in life is to just be happy. At the end of the day, if I've made one person smile, that's all that matters.
The sad part about the disorder is, yes, this is making a difference in our children, but it is not a cure. There's so many more issues the children have. Really what we want is a wonderful quality of life and be able to have them be productive members of society.
The Ryan Foundation is a classic example. In fact, it may even be an unparalleled example of what one person and one group of people can actually do in record time. To a donor, this should be the most significant aspect of any donation to research or biomedical science. If you see a short period of time going from practically nothing, from one child with one disease, to something that's now sold worldwide and treating people worldwide, that's what you want to invest in.
Ryan's 24. He's happy. He now talks about the future all the time. He makes plans. He thinks about tomorrow. Some of those mornings and nights sleeping on the floor next to his bed, I often thought about what's tomorrow like, and I wish I could find tomorrow. We found it, and we found it through hope, and it was hope provided by, again, the people who will step up and help with a gift, and the scientists who will take that gift and find an answer. So basically, we found tomorrow.